Lakewood has always been famous for one thing, staying exactly the same. It's the Instant City, the model for American suburbs. For 70 years, the deal was simple. You bought a 1,100 square foot ranch home, you have a private backyard, and you enjoy the quiet. But if you've driven down Lakewood Boulevard lately, or you've seen the zoning signs popping up on Pioneer, you know that deal is changing. Right now, Lakewood is starting the biggest physical transformation since 1950. Let's be honest, it is overdue. I am tracking 5 massive shifts that are rewriting the map of the city. First, a hidden fortress, an infrastructure project that makes arguably the most drought-resistant city in LA County. Second, a complete $65 million overhaul of the city's eastern border that is going to modernize our commute. Third, the first wave of modern high-density housing that is bringing new life and new challenges to the tired corridor. Fourth, a brand new multi-million-dollar stadium that's bringing Friday night lights right to your backyard. And I'm saving the biggest for last, a $330 million acquisition that is about to wake up a 150-acre sleeping giant in the center of town. This is not just about progress, this is about value, vitality, and the future identity of this city. If you own a home here, you need to know how these changes are going to affect your net worth. If you're new here, I'm Rick Lee, a real estate advisor, and I help people navigate the market right here in Lakewood, Long Beach, and surrounding areas. Whether you're moving in 3 days or 3 years, my team and I can help you build a strategy. Reach out to us anytime. My email is rickjleehomes@gmail.com. Or you can find all of my contact info in the description below. Before we dive into these projects, we really have to answer the question, why is this happening? For decades, Lakewood was resistant to change, but 2 massive forces are colliding right now. First, state housing mandates have forced the city's hand. They have to find space for new residents. The city's strategy is to unlock commercial corridors for mixed-use development to protect the inner neighborhoods. Second, the 2028 Olympics. Lakewood sits right next to Long Beach Airport and just minutes from 11 major Olympic venues. The region is flushing billions of dollars into infrastructure to get ready for the world stage, and Lakewood is catching the wave. We call this Lakewood 2.0. First, let's look at the proof of this, the housing evolution. For a long time, the narrative was that you could not build new in Lakewood. You wanted a modern home, you had to buy a 1950s house and gut it yourself. But over 10 years ago, a project called Canvas on Acacia Lane changed that. That community featured massive townhomes, ranging from 600 square feet to 1,900 square feet. It sold out fast, and it proved that buyers were willing to pay a premium for a modern lifestyle. Now we're seeing the next evolution of concept with 2 major projects moving forward right now. First, the Pioneer Boulevard project, located near Centralia. Brandywine Homes is moving forward with 45 new dwelling units. Second, on Paramount Boulevard, we have the Ashton 3. This is a boutique project adding 20 new townhomes. Let's talk specs. These new projects are designed for efficiency. First, the Ashton 3. You're looking at 2 primary floor plans. Plan 1A is a 3-bedroom unit, and Plan 1B is a 2-bedroom unit. Based on the site plans, these are running closer to 1,200 to 1,400 square foot in range. But here's the detail that saves the deal. Every single unit comes with a private 2-car garage. In a city like Lakewood, where sometimes street parking is a battle, this is the most valuable feature in the entire development. You aren't fighting for curb space. You have your own dedicated enclosed parking. Now, if you're a current homeowner, there are 2 ways to look at this. First, let's look at the positive, the halo effect. Financially, this is a massive win. These projects are replacing unutilized, tired commercial lots with brand new, beautifully landscaped communities. New developments always drive up interest in the area. When a development spends millions of dollars on a corner, it creates a halo effect. Sidewalks get repaired, landscaping improves, and the whole street feels safer and more vibrant. More importantly, it brings new life to the area. These homes attract young professionals and families who want to be in Lakewood but don't want the maintenance of an old house. And financially, these new builds set a high benchmark price. When an appraiser looks at your neighborhood 3 years from now, they see these high value sales, which helps lift the value of every single home around them. It's a rising tide that lifts all ships. But let's be real about the negative, the fishbowl effect. If you're a homeowner directly back into these projects, the halo effect doesn't help your privacy. You bought a home in Lakewood to have a private backyard. Now you have a 3-story building going up 10 feet from your property line. Instead of seeing sky, you see a stucco wall. Instead of privacy, you have new neighbors looking down into your backyard. This fishbowl effect is real cost of density. While your home value might go up on paper, your backyard privacy definitely goes down. It is a case of growing pains. Great for the city's tax base, but tough for the immediate neighbors. Now let's talk about a project that is shaking up the northern part of the city. Project number 2, the Mayfair High School Stadium. For decades, Mayfair High had to share Ron Gary Stadium, but that is about to change. The Bellflower Unified School District is moving forward with a massive athletic facility upgrade right on Mayfair campus at Woodruff and South Street. We're talking about a new 2,000-seat stadium, a new press box, concession buildings, and a 300-car parking lot. Construction is targeted to kick off soon. For families, this is a dream. It brings school spirit back to campus. It means your kids have a state-of-the-art synthetic turf field and track right at their school. But the homeowner reality check is real here. If you live in the Mayfair neighborhood, specifically on the street backing up to the school, this is a major disruption. First, the lights. They're installing LED stadium lights. While designed to minimize spill, you're still putting stadium lights next to residential backyards. Second, the noise. It is a permanent shift to have 2,000 cheering fans, band music, and whistles every Friday night in the fall. And third, the traffic. Even with the new parking lot, game days mean Woodruff Avenue will be packed. New homes and stadiums need new roads. And right now, we're getting squeezed from both sides with project number 3, the double infrastructure overhaul. Part A is the Lakewood Boulevard Complete Street Project. The city is tearing down Lakewood Boulevard from Del Amo to the northern limit. They are undergrounding utilities and widening sidewalks to beautify the center of town. Part B is the Studebaker Road transformation. Now the second one is tricky. This is technically a City of Long Beach project. It is a massive $65 million overhaul that runs from 2nd Street all the way to Carson Street. Why am I talking about the Long Beach project in Lakewood? Because Carson Street is our border. If you live in East Lakewood, Studebaker is your driveway to the world. It's how you get to the 605, the beach, or Cal State Long Beach. Here's the reality check. Long Beach is turning this road into a complete street with protected bike lanes and new paving. But for the next 18 months, Lakewood residents get the headache without the vote. Since the construction stops right at our border, you're going to have to deal with the spillover traffic and the gridlock every time you try to head south. Now let's talk about a project you cannot see, but you will definitely fill in your bank account. Project number 4, water independence. Most cities in Southern California are addicted to importing water. When the water gets scarce, prices skyrocket. Lakewood has taken a different path. Through the Water Replenishment District, they have invested heavily in the Leo J. Vanderlance Advanced Water Treatment Facility. The goal is 100% water self-sufficiency for groundwater replenishment. The downside here isn't construction, it's cost. These facilities aren't free. While rates are stable now, major infrastructure projects usually means the utility bill base creeps up over time to pay for the bond. However, compared to the rate spikes coming from the Metropolitan Water District, this is still the safer bet. It's an insurance policy you can pay for monthly. Next, we have to talk about the economic engine. Project number 5, the bedroom of the Olympics. Lakewood is not hosting any of the Olympic events in 2028, but we are arguably the most important support zone. With 11 major events happening just 10 minutes south in Long Beach, Lakewood is positioned as the primary logistics and housing hub. We're already seeing commercial giants make moves like Ford Pro Service Center on Cherry Avenue and the $37 million renovation at the Long Beach Airport. Commercial growth brings jobs, yes, but for homeowners near the airport or Cherry, it brings noise. The renovations at the airport means they're preparing for more capacity. If you live under the flight path, you need to be aware that the quiet suburbs might get a bit louder as we approach 2028. Okay, I saved the biggest for last. This is the project that changes everything. Lakewood Center Mall. This is the largest mall by land area in the entire United States. In late 2025, it was sold for over $330 million to partners led by Pacific Retail Capital Partners and Lion Living. Here's the vision. These developers specialize in turning dying retail giants into downtowns. We aren't talking about sprawling 3-bedroom tract homes here. Their vision usually involves lifestyle living. Think studio to 1 bedroom starting around 600 square feet up to 2-bedroom urban units around 1,100 square feet. This is density designed for walkability, not for backyard barbecues. So what does this actually mean for home value? I don't have data on this. I have a personal story. I personally own a property in the Lakewood Mutual neighborhood. About 6 years ago, just down the street, the Long Beach Exchange, or LBX, opened up, and it took an old industrial lot and turned it into a destination with cool restaurants and fitness studios. I watched firsthand as the single development changed the psychology of the neighborhood. Suddenly, people weren't just buying in Lakewood Mutual because it was safe. They were buying there because it was desirable. It became the cool place because you could walk or bike to grab a coffee or dinner. I saw how the Long Beach Exchange changed property values and added new desire to the area. And I'm telling you this right now, I think this will happen again with the Lakewood Mall. It creates a divide. If you're a homeowner feeling squeezed by the new townhomes looking into your yard, or you're a buyer trying to get in before prices jump again, we need to be strategic. Let's chat. You can shoot me an email at rickjleehomes@gmail.com, or all of my contact information is in the description below. We track this daily so you don't get blindsided. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.